So for these myofascial release exercises, you want to have a small ball. We're going to use the myofascial release balls here. Otherwise, if you have a tennis ball or a lacrosse ball or something that you can use that's about this size, you can use that as a little stopgap for these exercises as well. So we want to be mindful when we're working with the foot. We have 25% of the total bones in our body in our feet. So there's a lot of moving parts to it, and we really want to be able to take the time to work through that muscle and that fascia, that connective tissue that joins all of those bones together. So what we're going to do is take one of your balls and we're just going to come to a standing position here. So I'm going to pop that ball down onto the mat. Now, if you're using a tennis ball or something that doesn't have a great amount of grip on a sliding floor, just come to a carpeted area or something that you can get a little bit of friction so that that ball's not just going to slide away as we move through. So I'm going to start just finding a little bit of a roll through that ball from the ball of the foot to the heel of the foot. So you're just kind of going lengthways, imagining that you're kind of rolling along that connective tissue, those muscles and bones that all run along that lower part of that foot. So you're going to find that little bit of a massage out. It may feel a little bit tender to start with, or it might feel okay, and then you just start to add a little bit of pressure as you start to feel that starting to loosen up, or it's just able to tolerate a little bit more there. Now remember, with all of these ones, we never want to feel pain or sharp pains or anything like that, or stings, but we want to work with a certain amount of maybe just uncomfortability, that it's not necessarily painful, but it might not be the nicest thing in the world either. So once you've taken a little bit of a roll out through the bottom of the foot, we're going to start to work through the toes there. Now we're going to start with the big toe here. So I'm going to spin around so you can see. I'm going to start with the ball on the floor, and I'm going to let my big toe lift, and so the ball of the foot is still pressing on the floor. From there, I'm just going to take a little lift of that heel up. So I'm kind of letting the big toe rest into the ball, and then I'm just finding that lift of the heel up, pushing the ball of the foot in, so you're kind of stretching through the back of the big toe there. Finding that lift, and then I want you to take a little lower down, and you're going to find a little push. So you're kind of pushing into the ball with the big toe, let it go, lift the heel up, lower it down. So you're finding a little push, let it come back, lift, let it lower down. We'll do that once more. Again, it's just kind of a little work of kind of getting that ball into the right position. It is a ball, so it's going to slide around a little bit there, but these massage balls tend to have a little bit more grip than most. Good, then we're going to go from the big toe over to the pinky toe. So I'll come around the other side so you can see. So same thing, again, the rest of the feet are going to kind of come along because you can't really separate that pinky toe too much, but you want to take a little lift of that ball of the heel of the foot up and then press it down. So you're trying to keep that ball in place as you find that lift up, and then you're going to find a little push of that pinky toe in. Just finding that little push, and then you're going to find that lift. So you're finding that stretch, and then we're going to do the same thing for the 3 middle toes. So again, these toes kind of get forgotten about a little bit here. You want to let the big toe, the little toe, if they can, just kind of separate. And you're going to do that same thing. You're going to find that lift, that stretch. This might feel a little bit more intense than the other ones. So just take it nice and slow. Just move within your own kind of level of tolerance and what feels good for you. So you're finding that lift off to start with, and then we're going to hold. I'm going to take a little push of the toes into the ball. Let it release, find that lift up, and it should feel quite a big stretch. Might feel a little bit tender through the back of that ball of the foot, just behind those toes. Once more, little push, release, and lift. Good, all right. And then we're going to kind of let the toes go from there, give it a little roll out, just loosening it up again. And then we're going to bring it so it's onto the arch of the foot, and you're just going to kind of allow that foot heel down and just kind of take a little push into the arch of the foot, and it's like you're going to wave the foot. So you're just going to go across, so you're kind of going cross fiber from one side to the other, just putting pressure in that ball. Again, if one part feels really, really good and you just want to sit there, it is absolutely fine. Remember, we want to take it really nice and slow with this self myofascial release. It's not about kind of how you would take a massage and you're going to go really quick. You want to kind of let it sit and sink. And then as we move up the body, you'll start to feel everything give a little bit more. We'll go once more. Just over to the side. And then we're going to let it come up and off. Just take a little pedal out through those feet. Hopefully you feel a little bit freer through that foot that you've just had a little massage on. So I'm going to get you guys to pause the video and just do the same thing on the other side.